Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Burns, he started his collegiate career at Tennessee. He finished at Wake Forest. And like Darren mentioned, second overall pick in 2024 out of Wake Forest. Just 13 minor league appearances and 66 innings. 2-2 pitch. That bounced right behind the plate with a slider. 3-2. Here's the thing. Altogether, over 3 minor league levels this year, a 1.77 ERA. So he aced every level of the minor leagues very swiftly. Payoff to Olsen. That'll be fouled back. Do it again with a 3-2 count.
I mean, it's overwhelming stuff, Ben. That last fastball Matt fouled off was 101. The previous slider was 93, and to my eye, looked like a curveball. That's how much depth, how much movement it has on it. So really challenging to hit.
Payoff pitch and a fly ball in the air to center field. Over to his right, TJ Friedel runs it down out in deep left center. And 2 down here in the top of the first inning. We were talking about how Chase Burns is from Hendersonville, Tennessee. That's actually where Johnny Cash called home for 35 years, suburb of Nashville. His parents, David and Trinity Burns, were both enlisted in the Navy when Burns was born. In fact, he was born in Italy as his parents were deployed over there, but moved to the States as a young man. Offering on the way to Riley, and that'll be fouled off. That's going to reach the seats on the other side of the track down the first base line. Our first real souvenir of the night. The 1 pitch. That'll be fouled back. 0-2. That fastball 101. For Burns, 2 seasons with the Tennessee Volunteers before transferring to Wake Forest. But this is his home state. And on the mound here in Tennessee. Offering to Riley. Missed very high with a fastball.
So we've had a lot of rain here. We still have some coming down now. And if I'm Austin Riley and there's a kid out there throwing 101 with moisture on the ball, I'm shaking in my boots.
1-2 pitch is low and outside.
It's real easy to lose your grip on the ball as a pitcher when they are wet. So these pitchers tonight are going to have to take some extra precautions to keep those balls dry.
Yeah, it is tough to get comfortable in those circumstances. 2-2 pitch at a bouncer foul over by the Rays, the Reds dugout, I should say. Let me ask you this, Darren. Something that we were thinking about as we were leading up to first pitch was the lights in this stadium. Of course, these lights are good for a NASCAR race. You have many night races here, but we're curious what it would look like for the field. And I think we're pleasantly surprised.
I think so.
Here's the 2-2. Riley swings and misses a fastball. Got it. That came in at 100 miles an hour. So for Burns, it's a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Braves nothing, and the Reds coming up when we come back.
Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. The app is simple. Pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
With Progressive customer service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
The official hotel partner of your Atlanta Braves, Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta is more than just a stay. We're your clubhouse where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
No score into the bottom of the first inning here at the Speedway Classic in Bristol, Tennessee. Reds coming up for the first time. It'll be Frito, McLean, and De La Cruz. Here's the leather for Atlanta. Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second base. Nick Allen at shortstop. Austin Riley is the third baseman. In the outfield, left to right, Jerks and Profar, Michael Harris and Eli White. Sean Murphy is the catcher, and Austin Cox is on the mound. Cox, a 6'4", 235-pound left-hander, is out of Macon, Georgia, Mercer University. Climbing in, TJ Frito. First pitch to Frito is a ball low. Folks, the rain is back. Now, we got the top of the first inning in. It was just kind of spitting rain. Well, it's raining pretty hard now. These pitchers going to be going through multiple baseballs here in this game, and if it starts raining much more, I wonder how much longer they can actually play. 1 ball and no strikes on TJ Frito, left-handed hitter. Offering on the way, rip foul that just about took out his first base coach, Colin Cowgill, and then hit the tarp, which has been the MVP of the action thus far.
Tarp might make another appearance here, Ben. I don't know Jim Cantori, but that radar looks pretty grim.
Yeah, the radar's bad, and just sheets of rain coming down here on Bristol, Tennessee. 1-1 pitch. Frito takes the ball low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. What are these Reds hitters going to see from Austin Cox?
Well, Austin Cox, we've seen him a few times this year. He does have 8 innings pitched. His slider is his favorite pitch to throw. Throws that about 36% of the time.
2-1 pitch, swung on, missed. There goes the bat flying into the screen on the other side of the Braves dugout. It's hard to grip anything, folks. We even have a difficult time gripping our microphones and our headsets. Everything in our booth is wet. It feels like we're calling a game from a deer stand.
That's a great analogy. Cox also throws his four-seamer, curveball, split, and an occasional cutter. I'd say the slider, the four-seam, and the curve are his biggest weapons. Now, the question is, are you going to be able to spin breaking balls in this monsoon? So we'll see if that pitching repertoire changes here.
Boy, the element's really tough. Fortunately, we have our own pit crew here with Jonathan Chadwick. He's got a stack of napkins over here. He's wiping our monitors down and our iPads, trying to keep us dry as we get drizzled on as we continue this broadcast. There's the 2-2 pitch on the way from Cox to TJ Frito. And a ball low and outside. So the count 3-2 on Frito. After Frito, it'll be McLean, then De La Cruz. Pitch on the way from Cox. And he rings him up with a called third strike. Fastball just didn't catch the corner. Cox strikes out Frito, who thought that was ball 4. And he has a word with Will Little.
Yeah, Frito's one of those guys. He's a big zone discipline guy. A lot of contact. Doesn't strike out very often. One of the best in the league at avoiding those. But those guys think they know the strike zone better than the umpire. In that case, TJ might have had some rain in his eye.
One out for Matt McLean. He's had a good series. Pulls one foul. Looking at the rooftops of the dugout. Rain pouring down on the roofs. And they're starting to, on the infield, some water gathering around the dirt. Ball sent foul. 0-2 down. Matt McLean. McLean 4 for 10 in this series. Really good wheels. Red Sox up to his knees. Red batting gloves matching his attire. Grips the bat. And taking a look at the lefty Cox, offering on the weight. He missed outside. No score, bottom of the first inning. Braves are down 1-2-3 in the first. Cox set right of the belly. And the 1-2 pitch. Low and inside. Missed with his fastball there. His fastball about 92, 93. We'll see how long we actually see him. I think the plan now that Strider is scratched is that it would be a bullpen game. Maybe get a couple of innings out of Austin Cox. 2-2, a weak ground ball up to first. Backhanded by Olsen. Long toss. Cox gets it, and he can't win the race to the bag. Olsen immediately pointed to the Braves dugout for a replay system review. We'll see if the Braves want to do that or not. But he was halfway between first and second by the time he finally backhanded it. It's a nice toss by Olsen to the bag, but Cox had a long way to go. And looking at the replay, Cox got there first, but his foot missed the bag, Darren.
Yeah, it's tough. Matt let him maybe just a little bit too much. I'm thinking a guy with flames on the bill of his cap might run a little bit faster. He had more time to find the base over there.
Yeah, both of these teams wearing special caps for the occasion. The Braves cap has flames on the bill of the cap, and the Reds have the checkered flag on the bill of their caps. Here's Ellie De La Cruz. And De La Cruz swings and misses at a high slider.
Yeah, that slider looked like a high changeup. That's a wet slider. That's one that you don't spin. It doesn't do anything. Got to try to avoid those near the middle of the zone.
No score, bottom of the first. 0-1, missed low of the slider. 2, think about being Sean Murphy. You're calling for sliders in these conditions. You know that, look, it might slide. It might come in straight as an arrow. It was really tough to get a grip tonight on the bat, on the ball, on anything, as the rain continues to fall here in Bristol. McLean leading at first, held by Olsen. And a 1-1 pitch. A little bit low and outside of De La Cruz. De La Cruz takes his bat, and he runs it in between his legs to wipe the rain from the barrel. Off over to first base. McLean back in standing.
I think probably the two happiest guys in the lineups here tonight are Austin Hayes and Marcelo Ozuna, because they get to DH. And they don't have to stand out there all night.
That's a great point.
Go out for their at-bat, and then they're good.
Offering to De La Cruz. Big chopper out towards second. Taken by Ozzie. Jump throw to first base, and it pulls Olsen off the bag. That would have been a great play if he could have finished that off. That'll put runners at first and second after the base hit by Ellie De La Cruz, and Ozzie did a nice job just to get over there.
So that would have been a miracle out. One of the fastest guys in the league running down the baseline there. Going to see some interesting defensive plays here tonight. This turf is new. MLB did a great job of putting a good field out there. Talking to a couple of the Braves infielders, they said it's extremely fast, and that was when it was dry. So when it's this wet, it's going to be very interesting.
Boy, Ozzie out there trying to move some dirt around, which has become mud. Find a place where he can get some footing. First pitch swinging. That'll be fouled off by Austin Hayes. Boy, there's a big sheen on the dirt of the infield. Runners at first and second, one down for Hayes. No batting gloves for him. Line shot past the diving Riley to base it in the left field. Around third base, McLean. Here's the throw from left field by Profar. That'll be cut at third base, and it's 1-0 Reds. Austin went diving for it out of his reach. And the wheels of Matt McLean spin around the bags and come across for the game's first run.
Yeah, the range on that Austin Riley dive severely hampered by the water. It was more of a splash than a dive. He didn't get the slide he was expecting. Very little chance for Profar to make a good throw out there.
1-0 Reds. Here's Miguel Andujar. And now the grounds crew is going to come out and put some diamond dry on the infield. There's about a dozen or more guys coming out with rakes and bags of dirt and drying agent and trying to put it on the infield. But the water around the infield has puddled in multiple places. The infield dirt shining in the lights here in Bristol.
Yeah, if this was a regular Saturday game in Cincinnati or Atlanta, we would be in rain delay right now, Ben. There's no question about that, but there's a strong desire to get this game in under any conditions.
Well, now the players are walking off the field. I'm wondering if they're going to do this and then tarp it. Umpires are walking to meet with each other right there in front of the mound.
So the way the rain delay works, as soon as the game starts, the umpires take control of the game to keep it out of the hands of the league or or the home team. So these umpires are probably talking, trying to figure out, hey, what are we going to do here?
Well, the rain is just so steady. I don't know what else you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, the conditions for playing are certainly subpar. Just too wet.
Yeah.
And the range, look, the league did a tremendous job with this field, but you can't stop the rain from falling. And it just continues to fall. And looking at the roofs of the dugout, it continues to fall pretty heavily.
And the other thing to consider as well is in a normal Major League stadium, there's a very intricate network of drainage. And I'm assuming with how hastily this field was built, that's just not the case. The turf is going to drain fine, but underneath this, who knows what the surface is?
Great point.
Down at Truist Park, that field drains perfectly because they put so much money into that subsurface. But this is a different story here.
How's your scorebook looking?
Very moist.
All the ink on my page has started to run. In fact, I know Miguel Andujar is due up, but I can't read his name. The whole thing is smudged.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe some strategy at play. Not starting Spencer Strider. I haven't looked at the radar. Who knows? But obviously the Braves decided not to start Strider. Maybe. I'm not sure what the plans are, but if we have to play this game tomorrow, maybe Spencer will come back and play, and Chase Burns will have been burnt, and that would be a big advantage for the Braves.
Well, I think it's a great decision to go a different route given these conditions for Spencer Strider, because a couple of things. Number one, if you start playing and then stop, well, you burn him anyway after just a few innings. Number two, if you do play, he's out there in nasty conditions, and it'd be better to save him for a night where it's better and proper conditions for him to be on the mound.
Yeah.
But as I'm looking down right now, there's 24 ground crew members just spreading diamond dry all over the field, and the rest of the guys out there with the rakes and moving that drying agent around. Meanwhile, the quartet of umpires right in front of the plate discussing exactly how they want to go about this.
Going back to Strider, we know about his off-season elbow surgery, and that is certainly a concern, but I'd be more concerned about his hamstring here tonight with these wet conditions. Running to cover first, sliding on the mound. He missed some time with that hamstring. That set him back a little bit. So probably a smart move by the Braves.
Well, now they're covering the mound. The mound has been covered. That tells me they're just going to doctor this thing up as much as they can and then cover it again. I don't know what else to be led to believe. But just looking to the skies, it's showing no signs of stopping. And looking at the radar that you were showing me earlier, honestly, the forecast shows the biggest storm that we've seen all day long moving in from the west.
Yeah.
And that's what we're starting to get a piece of right now.
Yeah. I'm a little confused because there's no amount of diamond dry you can put on the field to make it playable if it continues to rain. So if you want to play tonight, you have to get this covered as soon as you can.
Well, they're going to continue to work on the field or step aside for a moment. And maybe we'll have an idea as to what we're going to be doing moving forward once we do that. That sound good to you, JC? Get some instructions here of exactly how we're going to go about this. So we'll continue to fill until we get that those instructions. All right, we'll step aside right now, and once we get an idea of what we're going to be doing on the field with this game, we'll let you know down the line. But right now, it's 1-0 Reds. You're in the bottom of the first inning.
When life throws you a curveball, whether it's water, fire, or mold damage to your home or business, you need a winning team. You need ServPro. ServPro's licensed, certified, and highly trained team of experts are here to help, offering fast, reliable, professional restoration services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves and Braves Country, our teams are committed to performing at a championship level. When disaster strikes, call ServPro and make it like it never even happened.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce, perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries, and every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Starting Monday, you've got a chance to win Braves tickets at noon and qualify for a trip to see Georgia Tech's opener in Colorado during the 4 o'clock hour. Get all of the details at 680thefan.com.
The Braves are in a rain delay, but the Serve Pro Rain Delay Show is getting you through with more Braves talk and updates on the game as they become available. Now, more of the Serve Pro Rain Delay Show on the Braves Radio Network.
Back here at Bristol, where the grounds crew continues to do work on the field, looking down at the dugouts, the players for both teams, Darren, are looking on as if to say, how can we possibly play in this? Right now, Terry Brancona and Brian Snitker coming out. They'll visit with the umpires. But there's just no way that you can continue to work on this field. Right now, they're uncovering the tarp down the right field line. And we're going to be back at another delay. And it's such a shame because there's so much work that has gone into this event, so much work into turning the infield of the stadium into a baseball field. And something we've been excited about for so long, and unfortunately Mother Nature just doesn't want to cooperate. And we don't know exactly when we'll restart this game, but we know that we're going into our second rain delay right now. And at this point, the most important thing is the conditions being at a certain level where all the players feel safe being out there competing against one another.
Yeah, certainly it's a safety issue. These players want to play too. This is a once-in-a-career experience to do. But on the other hand, you only have one career. You go out there, you pop an ACL. So there's certainly some reservations in these players' minds about playing in these conditions. As I mentioned before, if this were a normal game, we would certainly already be in delay. So it looks like it's happening because that tarp is unfurling as we speak. So let's just hope we get a break here. We can get going again.
Hope so. Well, we're in the bottom of the first inning. The Reds have already scored 1 run as they've collected 1 run on 3 hits. So whenever the game resumes, there will be runners at first and second. 1 down for Miguel Andujar. Who is on the mound for the Braves at that point? Your guess is as good as ours. We'll just have to wait and see. In fact, we don't even know when this game is going to resume. But as soon as we find out, we'll pass that along to you. And unfortunately, we have to go back into more rain delay coverage. Barrett, I know you're really working hard tonight. We really appreciate your hard work, and we really wish we had baseball this evening. But I'm going to turn it over to Barrett Salee in our studio in Atlanta as he continues with another Serve Pro Rain Delay show.
Appreciate it, guys. I know what happens up there in Bristol during NASCAR races, so there might be some people that are having a little too much fun waiting for this game to get going again. But Barrett Salee here in the Braves Radio Network studios. We will let you know what is going on when we know what is going on. Terry Francona and Brian Snitker meeting with the umpires right now. And like Ben and Darren said, it does not look like it's letting up. And for those of you who are listening and not watching, Ben and Darren were not exaggerating. There is standing water all over the infield. And I don't know how many bags of Diamond Dry they have put on it thus far, but it does look like it's a futile effort because there's just not enough Diamond Dry in the world that can fix what's gone on. So the tarp is coming back out, and looking at the weather, the radar for Bristol, Tennessee, the rain does not appear, and this is from the Weather Channel, which is across the street from us, so we trust them. It doesn't look like the rain's going to stop until at least, I'm seeing like 12:15 a.m. is when suddenly the green stuff disappears from Bristol, Tennessee. So I don't know how this game's going to get in. I don't know when this will happen, but I do know that having a guy like Chase Burns who throws 101 miles an hour with a wet baseball in mud, probably not the best idea. So we will update you when we know more. 404-231-1680 if you want to get in touch with us, 404-231-1680. This is the Serve Pro Rain Delay Show. And, of course, it is brought to you by Serve Pro, the official restoration company of the Atlanta Braves. When disaster strikes, call Serve Pro to make it like it never even happened. And, look, I know Major League Baseball wants to get this in. This is a one-off. This is something that I think everybody was looking forward to. There's a built-in off day tomorrow, so we'll see what they decide to do. But it was unsafe. When Austin Riley dove for that ball on the RBI single by Austin Hayes, he didn't move when he hit the ground. He just splashed. And that's not even exaggeration. He literally just splashed. So we'll see what goes on. Terry Francona is still meeting with the umpires. And like Darren said, once the game starts, it is not up to Major League Baseball. It's not up to anybody other than the umpires. So we will see what happens. 404-231-1680. Travis in Wellington, North Carolina. What's up, Travis? How are you?
Hey, doing pretty good. It ain't raining here.
Oh, well, you know what? It's not raining here in Atlanta. It's raining a lot at the Last Grade Coliseum. I'll tell you that.
Where did they do with Fairchild? They still got him on the team?
No, Stuart Fairchild has he was DFA'd, and Stuart Fairchild he was signed by the Rays, and he went on the injured list. I'm going to look it up real quick. Stuart Fairchild is still on the injured list with the Tampa Bay Rays. So yeah, he is gone. He was out of options, and so when they decided that he was the odd man out, so he was DFA'd, and now he's with the Tampa Bay Rays.
But they should have done Popar like that.
Well, he makes a little too much money, and I don't think he has any options left. I don't have his baseball reference page pulled up right now, but Profar's at least for the next couple of years, he's a staple in this lineup. Appreciate the call. Matt in Atlanta. What's up, Matt?
Hey, I'm actually up here just outside of Bristol. I just got off work a little bit ago out in Kingsport. It has been coming down all night.
Yeah.
I just don't see them really getting this back on tonight. Do you think they'd play tomorrow, like just in the built-in off day, or what?
I would think they'd have to. Now, I think the built-in off day is there for two reasons. One, for a situation like this, but also in this case, I don't know, Matt, have you been, you're up there. Getting in and out of Bristol is a nightmare. Am I right?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, it's nasty.
Yeah. So I would imagine they'd have to play this tomorrow. And Matt, honestly, it sucks for Major League Baseball. This thing was so great. It was such a great idea, and they did a great job promoting it. You play it tomorrow, there's going to be nobody in the stands. And I hate that, but that's reality.
Yeah, for sure.
How far away are you from the racetrack?
Probably about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's pouring where you are?
Yeah, no, it just started up again. It cleared out for a while. The game got back on, and then we look outside, and it's just coming straight back down the sheets again.
Yeah, I'm looking at the radar right now, and it says till, I don't know, 12:30, it looks like there's rain. So I don't know, man. I don't know how it's going to go, but I tell you what, I'm sure you were watching as well. This game would have been postponed a long time ago had it not been a special game like this.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate the call, man. Stay dry up there. Call back if you get any more weather updates. I guess you can be our man on the ground telling us what's going on or up there in Northeast Tennessee. David. What's up, David? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just drinking some coffee, man.
Okay, good deal. So the conversion of the racetrack to a baseball field, are there any other games planned to be played there?
No, it's just this one.
Okay, so you kind of answered some of my other questions, but did MLB, did they foot the bill for the conversion?
Yes, it was all Major League Baseball. They did all of this.
Yeah, well, like I said, kind of the same thing everybody else is saying. Tomorrow would be just, kind of a empty stands, but it'd be a pity for them not to be able to use that since all the money went into it for converting it.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard Ben and Darren, but there's no drainage. I don't know if I haven't been up there, but judging from the the images that the Braves and Major League Baseball and the Reds have put out there, I mean, this is basically on a bed of rocks, and that's how, normal fields are made. Truist Park, Great American Ballpark, they have elaborate systems to get rid of water very quickly. This does not. So you can't get rid of it once it's there.
Yeah, some of those fields, I mean, they can have multiple inches of rain the day of the event and still play on it.
Yeah, it just gets sucked out the bottom. It's amazing what they can do. In fact, Truist Park is literally built on top of a detention pond. I'm 45 years old today. I said 44. I'm 45 years old today. And this is my
birthday.
Thank you. This is my birthday present. Oh man. I'm a local, so I remember when Truist Park was literally a forest and a detention pond, and Truist Park, the field itself, is actually built on the pond.
All right. Well, maybe we'll get to hear some baseball before it's over with.
I don't know if that's going to happen, David. Not going to lie. I appreciate the call. Oh, Jimmy in Atlanta. What's up, Jimmy? How are you?
Yes. Just wanted to get some updates on some players that we haven't heard much from lately. What has happened to Verdugo, Schwellenbach, and Chris Sales?
Chris Sale and Spencer Schwellenbach are both on the 60-day injured list. Chris Sale with the rib injury that he suffered diving for that ball his last time out, and Schwellenbach has a broken piece of a bone in his elbow right now. Alex Verdugo is a free agent. He was designated for assignment, and he has not picked up with anybody. So I assume he's hanging out in Tucson, Arizona, or where I think he lives in Tucson. He lives somewhere in Arizona, I believe, but he has not been picked up by anybody.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, and happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Sam in Atlanta. What's up, Sam? How are you?
Hey, doing good. We just left the stadium. We're staying the weekend in Boone.
Nice.
And it was getting brutal out there.
Nice. Well, there are worse places to stay the weekend. I guarantee you that.
It's nice. It's an hour and a half away from Bristol, so we're taking the back roads. It's not raining where we are, but we were in the stadium for about an hour and a half for the rain delay, and it was cold, wet, and rainy. It was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Aside from that, what was the view like? What was the vibe like? Did you like the way it was set up?
It was good. The pregame festivities were great. The Tim McGraw concert could have sounded a little bit better, but the vibes were good. A lot of happy people. The pregame stuff was a great job. The seats honestly weren't that bad if you were, high up. But yeah, once the rain came, it just didn't slow down. The flyover was also really cool.
Yeah. I have a couple questions for you. How was the concert set up? Like, I know it was in the infield, but what was that like? How was that kind of set up?
So the speakers were pointed like to the crowd, the pit crowd. So we were in our seats. You could barely hear them.
Really?
Yeah. So it was probably more centered, focused to the people in the infield. Mm-hmm. And there was an echo delay. So you'd watch Tim McGraw sing and the song, was 2 seconds behind.
Yeah. I don't know how many concerts. I'm sure they've had some like music there for races and stuff. Where were you sitting?
Left field.
Left field?
Like, yeah.
Like even with the field, or like farther to the side?
Farther to the side, more towards like the stage part of it.
So what was the view like from your seats if you were looking at the field?
Not bad. You could see the full field. Okay. We were worried about like obstructed views. But we were walking around the stage. There was no good seat really. If you weren't in the infield, every seat was a tough look.
Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, I mean, like it's so interesting because I don't know about you. You're not really there for the baseball game itself. You're there for the event, like for everything around it, right?
Yeah, we just wanted to be a part of the largest baseball stadium game, and first one in Tennessee. We wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's appreciate the call, Sam, and safe travels to Boone. And I know there's a lot to do in that city, so you'll still have a lot to do. And I think I remember when Virginia Tech played Tennessee in football there was no good seats. I mean, it wasn't conducive to that, but it wasn't about the game. It was just about being there for the event and having fun. And, this was, I think, a big part of why Major League Baseball did it there. They knew that there was not going to be a great sight line for some of this stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's there for the event. Are the lights off? Are the lights off there? They look like they're off, and they're showing a bus. I don't know what they're doing over there. Anyway, 404-231-1680. We'll keep you posted on what we hear about the game as soon as we know something. Terry, calling back. Second time in the rain delay show. What's up, Terry? How are you?
Well, I'm just looking at the TV. It doesn't look like the lights are off, but I think you're right. I'm on the calling the game because it doesn't look like this rain's not going to be over till, like you said, midnight. Oh, and by the way, happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This is exactly how I plan to spend it. Talking with you, Terry, on the Rain Delay Show. Twice.
What are you, 21?
Twice. What's that?
I said, are you 21 today?
If I was, there's Modelo outside in the fridge right there, and there wouldn't be Modelo in the fridge right there because it would all be inside of my belly. But no, I'm 45.
Well, you're allowed to have one after this is over.
You know what? I'm going to give you my boss's number, and you can clear me that because I think that's a great idea.
I'll give you my number. You can tell them to call me. I'll say it's all good to go.
Andy, David, call Terry. He's in Lithia Springs. He's close to my house.
Yeah, I won't tell on you. Just let him have one. It ain't going to hurt nobody.
Right? That's what I keep saying. That's what I keep saying.
Golly, he's working his butt off during all these rain delays. Come on, brother. It's his birthday, too. Come on.
Oh, man. Terry, you're my favorite person in the world right now. Yeah, you, Joe, and Lucas, actually, because Joe and Lucas are having fun back there, too.
Well, I appreciate that, and I love to hear from you guys all the time. You have a great birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Terry. Let's go to Tomahawkin's second time today. What's up, man?
Yeah. Hey, it's your birthday, man. I had no idea.
It is.
Hey, go all out for me. Hey, man, I had no idea you were 30 years old.
I wish I was 30.
You're my age, so you're in my age range. So let me ask you this, though. I'm tired of doing the litigating about how disastrous Braves season has been this year. What did the 94 strike do to you? Because the 94 strike, I was 11 years old, collecting cards. I would like mow lawns and rake leaves to collect cards. 94 strike killed me. It made me start watching football. What did it do to you? I want to ask Domino that same question because we're coming on the uninvestigated strike again.
Yeah, I mean, I turned 14 during right before the strike happened. I was a big baseball guy, so I didn't it hurt. I wanted baseball, but I mean, as far as beyond that year, it didn't really sour me. I'd been a Braves fan my entire life. We had season tickets, so it didn't bother me, man. But actually, I was in China when it happened. I went to China for a month playing for a team that represented the United States of America. And so I actually had my birthday, which is today, in China. And then I was there when the strike happened, too. I was actually flying back, I think. So
did you discuss tariffs? Down the hall.
Down the hall.
But yeah.
We're not doing that.
Hall, but yeah. But man, that strike made me start watching football. But the thing is, what do you expect about the next upcoming lockout or CBA agreement? Because I heard it's going to get nasty. And if that happens, there are so many pissed off fans about the player contracts now, such as the guaranteed money. A lot of people are going to check out if that happens again.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of and appreciate the call, man. You can call back again if this thing continues. I know the whole rumored thing with Bryce Harper and Rob Manfred. When I saw that happen, I was at first okay, that's kind of funny. And then I was like, oh, that's not funny at all. That's a terrible sign for what's to come. So that cooler heads have to prevent. They cannot miss games. They just can't. It would absolutely devastate the sport. When Freddie, or 22, after we won the World Series, they couldn't talk to agents and players. And that's kind of why the Freddie Freeman thing happened the way it did, because it was kind of accelerated. They can't let that happen again. And they didn't. Cooler heads prevailed, which was nice to see. So, I don't think it can happen. They will find a way to get this thing done. I can't imagine them letting it go down the way that I think some of us will think it was going to go down. I see some news on the game. Is that not what they said on Fox? They didn't say anything on. I thought I saw a game time. I guess not. All the Braves are still sitting around. I thought I saw a graphic that said 1:00 tomorrow, but maybe that was premature. Maybe they just had that built just in case. No one's leaving the stadium. Beers are still being had. I don't know. Wayne in Bruton, Alabama. What's up, Wayne? How are you?
I think Kyle Schwarber is juicing or something, because he shouldn't be able to hit it so far. And I have a trade the Braves should go after.
Okay, what's that?
Nick Kurtz.
I'm in. I don't care who it is.
He hit 4 home runs in one game.
He did. That's true. That's true. You know what? Yes. Whatever the option is, yes, Wayne, I would love Nick Kurtz. Oh, all right. Appreciate the call. We're still going to find out some stuff. I'm trying to check to see if there's any news. All right. Tony in Atlanta. What's up, Tony? How are you?
Hey, Barrett, how you doing? Thanks for taking my call.
But hold on, Tony. Before you talk, I am seeing that the graphic did go up prematurely, so it's not 1:00 tomorrow yet. So Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, thanks. Hey, thanks for taking my call. And I'm a first-time caller for this season, but a frequent caller in past seasons and talking with Kevin, and then even Ben before him. So I appreciate connecting with you, even though it's kind of late in the year. But like Terry said earlier, happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That's terrific. I hope you have many more.
I hope so too.
Yeah. So I have here's two things. Number one, I have 2 questions for you. This is your first season, I believe, in this role with the Braves.
Yep.
And I'd say great job. I listened to nearly all the games. You're really good on these long rain delays.
Thank you.
That's a tough one, but you've really done well on that. And so I have 2 things. One, if you had your birthday wish, it's your birthday wish for the Braves, what would that be?
Okay.
That's one. And secondly, what was this first season like for you, in this role and doing the games and the pregame show and the wrap-up show? I'm just interested. And as always, go Braves. And again, thanks for taking my call.
Appreciate it. If I had a wish for the Braves, it would be to win the World Series, but I guess it would be baby steps for me. Just get to the playoffs, because at that point, you roll the dice. That would be my wish. And quite honestly, when we started the season, I thought that would be what happened. As far as this job, I mean, it's the best job I've ever had, man. This is awesome. Get to hang out and watch baseball for a living. I have been in the media for 25 years now. God, 25 years. I guess I have to say that now since I'm 45. And, it's the best job I've ever had. It's the Braves. The Braves are my team. I grew up with the Braves, had season tickets since I was born. And my family still has season tickets, so they're here all the time. So I get to see them all the time. And so I love it. I love it. I think there was a thought that, I can't see my family. I see my family all the time. So, it's great, man. I absolutely love it. Couldn't ask for anything more. I will tell you though, I would rather not have 2 rain delays on my birthday. And that's nothing against all you callers. Would rather not have that. But here we are, drinking coffee, as you can probably tell. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of the Serve Pro Rain Delay Show. It's brought to you by Serve Pro, the official restoration company of the Atlanta Braves. When disaster strikes, call Serve Pro to make it like it never even happened. More of your calls after the break. This is the Serve Pro Rain Delay Show.
When life throws you a curveball, whether it's water, fire, or mold damage to your home or business, you need a winning team. You need Serve Pro. Serve Pro's licensed, certified, and highly trained team of experts are here to help, offering fast, reliable, professional restoration services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves and Braves Country, our teams are committed to performing at a championship level. When disaster strikes, call Serve Pro and make it like it never even happened.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on terror. Veterans bring excellence through our work ethic, skills, and civic duty. However, transitioning to civilian life can be difficult, as we all share a loss of purpose when leaving the military. Returning veterans have earned and deserve our support so they can thrive on their journey home. The Warrior Alliance understands the challenge and is helping warriors navigate to success after service. Join us in changing thousands of lives for the better. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, don't just choose any legal team. Make the right call with Ken Nugent. Ken is based in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area. Strike one. Ken gets you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time. Strike two. Ken and his team are with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team. Strike three. 3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. One call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all. Don't miss an incredible lineup of Braves giveaways this season, including bobbleheads, collectibles, and a replica jersey. Visit Braves.com/promos to see them all.
Hey, Braves fans, don't get tricked into following the baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Atlanta Braves baseball is in a rain delay, which means the Serve Pro Rain Delay Show is on. Join the conversation now at 404-231-1680. And we'll have more updates as the weather improves on the Braves Radio Network.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the game was green flagged about 50 minutes ago. The Reds did score a run in the bottom of the first, but we got a red flag. We got a red flag. The race has been stopped. The game has been suspended until tomorrow. The Speedway Classic between the Braves and the Reds will resume 1 p.m. Sunday afternoon. It will stay at Bristol Motor Speedway. So we will talk to you then. For all of us here at the Braves Radio Network, Luke is behind the glass. Joe behind the glass. I'm Barrett Salee. We'll talk to you tomorrow, Braves Country.
Points per game to go along with 8.2 rebounds and 7.7 assists in 50 games with the Mavericks and the Lakers. We just got notified that the Speedway Classic has now been postponed till tomorrow between the Reds and the Braves. It is game night on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, Sirius XM Channel 80. We're presented by Progressive Insurance with Mike Wells. Donald Ware with you here. And Mike, you just heard the update in terms of what Luka got. He got the bag. 3 years, $165 million. And an opportunity, when that plays out, 5 years, $417 million in the future. Gracious. Man, he got that. So what should we expect from Luka this season?
Well, obviously, the Lakers are an organization where you're expected to compete for a title every single season. And you would like to think that Luka, after getting traded to the Mavs last season, that he's ready to elevate his game even further. I think